Okay. Thank you for watching Rejoice TV. This is Mark Norman. I'm here today with Pastor Ian Edwards from the Winning Souls Evangelistic Church here on Mountain Road in Pasadena. I've heard a lot about this church. This church is stirring up a lot in the Pasadena area. Thank you for coming in this morning, Pastor Edwards. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Well, we've heard a lot about your church. We've seen you out in the community doing different things. How did your church begin?
The Lord gave us the vision for this church. He placed it in my heart some years ago, but it was around 2008 when the Lord told me and my wife that it was time for us to leave New Jersey, where we were mighty comfortable under a great pastor, to come and start this church. And God just gave us the vision of a non-denominational, multicultural church that would be an outreach church, a church that was focused on love and not judging and condemning people, but just really trying to encourage people in their faith.
How did you determine the name for your church?
I am, even though I'm a pastor, evangelist is actually one of my main gifts. And people know me for really just going around evangelizing, which is sharing the gospel, basically preaching the gospel, telling people about Jesus Christ. And so God gave me the name of the church, and for a while I wondered, Winning Souls Center, Winning Souls Church, and then He gave me Winning Souls Evangelistic Church. And the reason why I want to stress that evangelistic piece is because a lot of people, when they look at the name of the church, I think they think evangelistic is a denomination. And all evangelistic means is that we share or spread the gospel. So we win souls by sharing or spreading the gospel. So if you're looking for a place to help us share the gospel, Winning Souls is that place.
Yes, I saw when I came down to visit the church, which I'm now a member of the church as well, yes, because I could feel when I entered the church that the Spirit of the Lord was upon this church, that you actually wanted to it was more of a movement per se for Christ, that you just weren't talking the talk, but you also were walking the walk, mm-hmm, and actually trying to help people in the community. Mm-hmm. You know, that's one of the reasons why I joined.
Right.
How would you describe your preaching style?
I call myself the bullet. I like to do what I do in the shortest amount of time. And it's just because long are the days where people want to, especially the unbeliever, wants to sit and hear, 45 to an hour or more of preaching and teaching. So I really focus each week on getting it done in about 30 minutes. But I'd like to describe my preaching as insightful, energetic, with lots of humor. And you've heard me preach, but life-changing at the same time. And I would say that the biggest accolade is when young people, even down to 8 and 7 years old, say, I really enjoyed your sermon.
Yes, it's not just church as usual. It's not the church that you would imagine from back in the old days when it was really boring. It's exciting. You have programs for the young people. You have a group 7 Up for kids 7th grade and up, where they do things. So it's a church for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's not just a church for older people or younger people. Everybody can get involved in this church. Where do you see your church in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, first of all, I see us staying in Pasadena because I believe that God has given us the mandate to take care of Pasadena. And one of the things that I'm looking to do, and I've spoken this into the atmosphere and in the midst of our congregation, is for us to acquire this closed down AIM shopping center that's probably about 2 miles from the church. And I see our church being a place of refuge for people that need healing, whether it's mental healing, physical healing. I see our church being a catalyst to help people to get jobs and not only feed the hungry, but show them how they can feed themselves. Yes. Not only tutor them, but show them how they can tutor somebody else. And also see our church being a place of free, F-R-E-E, where we have community centers and computer labs and libraries and things like that are just free to the community. And I really believe that because of how we're taking care of people, not God's people, people in general, I believe that God's going to send people, whether it be celebrities, sports figures, whatever they may be, to help us finance this vision. So in 3 to 5 years, I see us in a big old building doing major ministry, not just for Pasadena, but for the world.
That sounds really great, and I'm looking forward to being a part of this great movement taking over.
Taking over.
You know, actually getting out there. There are very few. A lot of people talk about helping, but getting out there and actually helping people in the community, providing a place that they can come to, a choice, so the children don't have to just sit around and get in trouble or this, that, and other thing. They can come down and actually do something at the church, do something that's productive for them.
That's right.
To keep them, there's plenty of destructive things to do out here. There's plenty of ways they can get in trouble.
Right.
They don't have to go to the mall every day. They
Right.
come down to the church.
Right.
And that, take over. Yeah, if we don't do something, there's always another force out there that will try to do something to take over.
Exactly.
You see,
Exactly.
so, as much as we can do to be positive, that's really great. Well, Pastor Edwards, it was really great meeting with you here today. I'm looking forward to seeing more from your broadcast that'll be coming up soon. And we're just really excited about that. Viewers out there, keep a watch out for Pastor Edwards. He'll be on the Comcast and Verizon networks here. You can also catch him online. You can go to GodTube at godtube.com and type in Winning Souls Evangelistic Church. And some of the services will pop up there. Or come down to the church. You're always welcome.
Right. Right.
We can't do this
22.
alone. We need help.
Yep.
Come on down and help. If you have a spirit where you want to help the community, you want to see a better community, this is the way we can do it.
Right. Right. Please join us, 2322 Mountain Road in Pasadena, Maryland. Services every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. We also have prayer at 6:30 on Wednesdays and Bible study at 7 p.m. You can also catch us on Facebook under Winning Souls Evangelistic Church. We're also on YouTube and Twitter as well. And you can follow me on Facebook under Ian Edwards. We'll be happy to see you. And we don't just want you to come in, but we want you to be blessed enough to be a part of our family and help us get out there and win souls, because that's what we do.
Thank you very much for another episode today. Once again, this is Mark Norman for Rejoice TV. Look out again, once again, for Pastor Edwards. Have a great day.